Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind, here playing as Bengal. I just recently ran a poll on the channel for the next series, and Bengal barely eked out a win over Spain. Literally, it was like 35 to 36%. So the attempts for the achievements this time are going to be Sun Never Sets and Bengal Tiger, and I'll go into those once we're done. Just throwing this up here. If you guys want to read this, you should probably pause and look it over, but it essentially just summarizes that Bengal has been a free country for almost 100 years or so. They are regional hegemon, and they control the Hanafi schools, so we get admin tech cost, and that's about it. So what we're trying to do is Bengal Tiger. Start as Bengal, owns Samarkand as a core province. So Samarkand is obviously way up here. I always get it. There it is right there. So obviously in order to get there, we're going to have to conquer our way across India. And the long-term goal is Sun Never Sets. We have to form Hindustan or Bharat and own pretty much Cape Town, London, Hong Kong, and Ottawa. So basically recreate the British Empire, but as an Indian nation. So I think we can only form one of those, right? Yeah, we can only form Hindustan. We could, of course, convert to Delhi, but I believe Delhi is... I don't know if Delhi is an end-game tag. I don't think so, so we could convert away from that. But Hindustan is still pretty good. In order to form Hindustan, we need to own, well, pretty much India. So that will be our goal. So let's just quick adopt all of these, because for some reason the Muslim starting decisions are all positive, all like beneficial. There's no negatives to take them. Also, apparently we have Chittagong, which is a world port, which is kind of cool. Where is that? That's not it. Right here. Oh, it starts as a world port. Cool. So, first things first, obviously, we're going to secure our home region and expand from there. So let's just... I don't think we don't have any vassals. We have one core. We probably can vassal a couple of our neighbors. Let's just double check some of this. No, these guys all belong to them. So actually it looks like we can't vassalize any of our neighbors, which is going to be a little annoying. So that means war, war, and war. So let's rival Eu4 because we're not going to ever mess around with them. I will rival Vijayanagar down there, and we will also rival Orissa. Now, Jaunpur has rivaled us, but I'm maybe hoping that if I don't rival them back at some point, they will give up on that. So let's do our standard stuff. We don't have any unrest, which is always a nice thing. And we have some discipline. Obviously, we don't want to do some converting, but we do not have tolerance. Actually, we do because of our government reform. There we go. +3 tolerance of heathens. We also have Bengali traders we can go to, or Sufi syncretism. And then further down we can do Punjabs, which will probably are Purbas, or bias. I don't know, Indian terms. And that's... So we've got a couple unique things. That's about it. We'll probably definitely go with the traders here. Unless we really want to convert stuff, because trade efficiency, Bengal's a trading nation, so we will go with that. We'll start with 15 manpower, 10 infantry combat ability, which is good. And when we finish, artillery damage from back row, which will be very handy late game. We get trade efficiency, army tradition, development cost, which is nice, idea cost, which is nice, land shock, which is really nice. Wish it came earlier though. Tax, and then goods produced. So all of these are reasonably good ideas. And so for our... Actually, let's start one of these. Actually, wait. Let's double check what my tolerance is. My tolerance is tolerant, but not by much. So we are going to want to convert things. Because it does not help our religious unity. Isn't that lovely? We're definitely going to probably work our way towards legalism early on. Unless we're really in the mood to convert stuff, in which case we'll go for mysticism. So, let's see. Let's do everything we can do before we go look at our missions. Let's get... I suppose we could do Brahmin stuff. Get that. Get us some unity. The Jains are pretty much our merchants here. Okay. We'll do an Inquisitor. We'll do a Minister. We will get 150 admin points. I don't feel the need to do anything with these guys yet. At some point, we'll probably want to start using Rajaputs, but not right now. Okay, who owns this? The Rajaputs. Oh, great. I'm going to have to go through and fire some of these guys to put other people in charge, specifically ones that don't reduce trade power. I don't think I can revoke that because they're disloyal. It's still too recently granted. And then we want troops. We don't actually have a very large force limit, which is a little concerning. We've got an okay one, but it's nothing amazing. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. And I think on that front we're reasonably good. Who can we ally? I'm doing all this before I look over the missions tree, just because I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. We can ally Delhi, which we don't want to. We can ally Malwa. We might be one of these countries that just doesn't have allies, which is dangerous. Specifically because we can't really vassalize anybody, and we're pretty large, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna do... I guess I will do neighboring countries then, try and prevent people from attacking me. Stabilize the country. Okay, now let's look at the mission tree. Establish mint towns, can't do that for quite a while. Once we do that, I'll have some nice bonuses. Conquered those guys to the north. Yeah, we'll probably work towards that pretty early on. End the piracy there. We have 10 light ships. We have to own that whole area. What's this? That is Burma. Okay. Ooh, this is nice. Army size 100%, Miltech 4, development 200. We get permanent claims on a lot of land. Conquer Kotak. War score. Ooh. Positive things on all fronts. Yeah, in order, it wants us to go this direction, take out them. I haven't actually looked over all of this stuff. Ooh, the Great Trunk Road. That's awesome. Tiger Triumphant. It's kind of cool. Piety's less. Mosques in that. We get construction, religious unities. Clear the Delta. What do we have to do for that? Put a mosque pretty much everywhere. Cheaper development cost and missionary strength is all awesome. As is the shipyards and pretty much converting Bengal. Okay, so we've got some pretty nice missions. We're probably going to work on these guys up here first. So, taxation. We'll do tax farming. Okay, here we go. So one of our biggest threats right now is going to be Orissa, because early on they have a really good general nearby, and we're going to have to keep an eye out for that. And yeah, we do have a fort right there on the border, which will help in the event of them attacking us. Where are we converting, by the way? Oh, right there. Okay. Our ruler is apparently righteous, and he's an architectural visionary. He's only 28, and his era is good as well. All positives in my mind. And these guys are just allied to one person, so that's fine. We're not going to be expanding very rapidly as Bengal if we don't have to, because we own some really good land here and it's rather underdeveloped. If we can expand, we will expand, but there's no shame in us just sitting around for a little while, sort of like the Florence game and developing our territory a bit. We'll probably dev the Renaissance in our capital, and that way we should get a large tech lead, hopefully. Fingers crossed, we'll pull that off. In the meantime, however, we will keep creating units, doing that. We at least have pretty good religious unity thanks to me getting legitimized by the Brahmins. That's nice to see. Yeah, unfortunately our prestige is going to be barely positive until we retake Midnapur down here. But I think that's just the way it's going to go for a while. This is a very tricky start, honestly. We could get wiped out reasonably fast since we don't have any good allies. These guys are not enough to protect us. But I believe, let's just double check, we have a larger army than our rivals. We have a larger rival for our close rivals. We still couldn't beat Orissa. And Orissa is looking at our lands. We may need to ally some of these minor nations around us. Just to be on the safe side. Okay, I'm not going after you guys for a little bit. I don't really want to ally people I'm going to try and conquer, but... An additional 8 troops. It's risky. It is risky. It is risky. These guys have a whole vassal swarm of units here, which means they're a kind of pathetic 15 troops. First off, they can get to 21. It's going to be supplemented by almost twice that in their own units. I'm going to actually focus military points for now. I think just one ally will be good for now. If we fail, obviously you won't see this episode because I'll just film a new one. So you can assume that I survive, I guess. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go through here, pick up that. Whoa, okay. The Bengal Delta. Bengal Delta. Oops. These guys are plotting with our enemies. Oh, we've got some issues. Orissa's on our border. I need to find another ally. I am sorry, but an alliance needs to be made. And we don't have... There we go. Now we've got 4 slots, so that might delay them a little bit. I'm obviously waiting here till this army has rebuilt its morale before I call them in or start this event. Come on. Right, next month. No, I'm not going to help them. Okay, so we were actually lucky in a sense that Orissa went after our neighbor rather than us. Of course, I've totally abandoned our neighbor to death, but... we can't beat Orissa early on. I don't know. There's their general. See, he's their king. 5 shock. It's a bit worrisome. We'll help her with holy work, get some more prestige, because we have some low prestige right now. These guys only allied to 1 person. Perfect. Pretty much going to attack as soon as I can here. Give it another end of this month to rebuild. There we go. We will declare war and we will attempt to take over this province. Honestly, probably some of Assam itself, although it looks like Assam is at war. Oh, that might actually be convenient if I don't have to fight Assam. We will take that. I don't like the fact that we have virtually no force limit relative to our size. I mean, we've got 177. We can only support 20 some odd troops, which isn't bad, but I wish it was better. I could definitely win that fight. Especially if they're losing troops to siege thanks to tropical region stuff. Conveniently, those guys that got attacked by Orissa have allies. Let's wait till they're locked in. Come on, there we go. Get back here. Oh, gosh. The distances between the provinces are sometimes very confusing. We'll still win this fight. 10 infantry combat ability early on is really good. I mean, it's not enough to probably stop Orissa, but against everyone else, we're pretty good. They've got shock damage received reduced, which is kind of a pain until we get fire damage. Let's rush in, and if we can, try and occupy that province. Might as well pick up 3 provinces rather than just 2 if I can. Might as well go for 4 provinces if I can. Occupy Assam's capital. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. Awesome. So we've taken that. It's now just a matter of taking that one. As long as we don't lose all our manpower, we should be good. Did we start with drill? We did not start with professionalism. Ugh, that's too bad. No, I might move this one back and drill it a bit. We really need at least 5% of that. I suppose I could vassalize these guys, right? Yeah, technically I could vassalize them. Ooh, I'll take military points early on. Thank you very much. The other country, obviously, we have to be slightly wary of is the Ming sitting on our borders, now that China doesn't collapse as easily if you just border it. However, the odds are they'll probably lose to the nomads like they did historically, so we may not have to worry about them. Come on. At least there's one thing we can say is that Orissa is wasting its manpower sieging its way down there. If I had joined, we probably could have won that war, but it wasn't worth the risk, even if it did cost me trust with my allies and a bad diplomatic reputation for like 10 years. We don't want to fight anybody we can't beat, because in order to do Sun Never Sets, we're going to have to be massive. We're going to have to control all of India and then be capable of fighting Great Britain on multiple fronts. I'm thinking if we do it, the strategy will build a massive fleet of heavy ships and a massive fleet of transports and just station it off the coast of everywhere we need to conquer. We are going to support the Jains. Jains are theists, as in they believe in God, apparently. Okay, we've got a 99% war score. You know what? Could we do... No, we can't do that. We could do this. But that would form a coalition. If we do that, small coalition. I guess I'll do that. Okay. So, we've completed mission, so we get a claim on the rest of that land, which is nice. Obviously, we'll have to raise autonomy. Part of the reason I made sure to do the mission before I cored this province, which I don't think it registered. Yeah, there we go, because it's cheaper if I do it that way. And then we will drill in the hopes of getting plenty of... Actually, no, we're going to start a war again against these guys. Or not. Do we want to... there's so many issues. We'll start a war against these guys. I'm going to swap this over to outraged countries, pull you off neighbors, instead do outraged countries as well. Part of the reason I'm doing this is they don't have allies. Orissa won their war, obviously, picked up some lands. A little annoying. Come on, get back here. Technically, I have less morale than you. Just get caught already. There we go. Stack wiped. Perfect. Split off 100, over 1,000 to siege that. And just like that, we've already won the war. Good. Can't do anything there, but we should be getting... There we go. We got Miltech 4. Perfect. So, we need a larger army size. How close are we? Ah, 1 away. Perfect. We're pretty rich for a starting nation, so we should be okay, as long as I don't mess up horribly with our finances. I'll take the gold, actually. As much as I'd like the Diplo points, the gold I think is going to be a little bit more valuable right now. There we go. Gunpowder warfare. Permanent claim. Perfect. So that gets us quite a few claims in India to use later on. Oh, 7 attrition. Ow. I forgot how bad monsoon season is down here. We may just go defensive ideas, literally not for the morale, just for the reduced attrition. 7 attrition is really painful. It's just obliterated how many of our troops? 6,000 we've lost to attrition. Ay, ay, ay. On the other hand, it means we're going to be hard to invade. Not that that helps much. Orissa is plotting against us. We're going to stay towards legalism. 100% towards legalism. Okay, let's debase our currency. And then do that. So we save cash. Do another conversion. Because this has been converted, making it probably, I think, one of the first Sunni provinces in India. At least the first in East India, that's for sure. Yeah, the attrition is painful. Oy, oy, oy. Plus the Tripurans here have a tradition. Okay, we've won that. Get you out here. Start you drilling. We need professionalism, or at least immense amount of manpower. And we don't have either right now. Or reduced attrition, sorry. Okay, am we gonna wait or not? Let's see. We obviously don't want a coalition. That's fine. Okay, Bengal has expanded once more. We are now 213 development. And we've pretty much secured the Bengali region. Obviously, we have a second war we'll have to launch against Assam here in 11 years. But by and large, obviously we can take out Manipur here, which I think I might actually do. There's no real reason for me to leave them alive. Oh, bother. It's complaining because I have no manpower. Okay, we will attack these guys, finish them off. Hopefully. We're gonna take nasty attrition up there, but that's the way it goes. In the meantime, however, we will be drilling over there, which might help a bit. And we can make Assam, we can start coring the Assam region, which we will do. Can we accept that culture? We can accept Kochi as an accepted culture. Oh well, it'll do for now. That drilling is so slow because we only have part of our army doing it. We gotta have more than 3. We may have to use mercs if we get into a war. Okay, the monsoons have gone for the moment. Autonomy reduction, which is always handy. Our war exhaustion is so high due to attrition, it's annoying. I'm thinking I might actually build a fort here in Dhaka. Or maybe it would be better here. It would be... No, I think it would be better over here in Chalkala or whatever. Yeah. I'm just worried because we don't have actually a fort on this side, which is annoying. Right now we have 2 forts. If anything gets past that, they'll just overrun our lands without taking a lot of attrition damage. I hate to build a fort, but or rather a castle, but that's the way it goes. There we go. We will make sure to finish this guy off. There we go. Now we've secured to our east border a bit. These guys are animists, so we will obviously convert them very soon. Come on, move back if you would. There we go. Gotta get that drill going. Oh, it's so slow. Oh well, we need it. Anyway, that will be it for this first episode. We've already expanded a reasonable amount. I think, how many development do we start with? We've picked up at least, I think, 40 development or so. Probably less. But overall, we're doing pretty good. Obviously, we haven't been killed by Orissa yet, which is a positive. We've got Miltech 4. Other than that, I think we're pretty good. We'll finish off Assam, and then we might even work on Jaunpur here if we have a chance. Probably not next episode. I honestly want to get rid of Orissa first. So, anyhow, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.